Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Jay.
Hi guys.
And Juan.
Hey.
Intelligence.
Oh, God damn it.
And I'm Sean, and this is our theme music. Juan, that is still not our theme music. Even Branson hasn't said anything about our theme music yet. This is our theme music. Hey everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, Season 7, Episode 2. And as a reminder, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at INCYCSHOW. You can email us at INCYCSHOW@gmail.com. If you want to help us grow, wherever you listen to podcasts, make sure you rate and review us. It'll help us find more people like you. And with that said, happy Wantober. Welcome back, everybody. And true Wantober spirit, we're going to take some time to talk about some creepier things on this side. So Juan, are you prepared? You prepared? You ready?
Yeah, as ready as I can be.
Are you really?
No.
And Jay, are you ready? You creeped out by anything lately?
Just the Dahmer Netflix series.
That's right. That's right. Still keeping you up at night, huh?
it haunts me. Like I can't stop going through this deep dive of Jeffrey Dahmer and all like his interviews and the backstory, and it's just like, why is this so interesting?
Well, geez, I haven't had a chance to dive in yet. And I think I might. I'll see if my wife wants to watch it. But again, like she is keened in on all of these like serial killer things. So again, if I disappear, it was her. And thing number 2 is she's probably either already watched it or is thinking about watching it. So we'll see.
She's taking notes. That's what she's doing.
She's taking notes. I think she told me once, don't drink the yellow Gatorade or some shit like that. Okay. Yeah.
So don't trust me.
Yeah. Don't trust me now. Yeah, man. Juan, do you believe in ghosts?
I think we all know I do.
Yeah. You're gullible that way. Jay, do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, Juan has been there when like creepy things have happened to us, but again, a ghost has never come out and shaken my hand.
Just the idea of ghosts, it's stupid.
You know what? Once you're able to scientifically prove that it doesn't exist, then you come and talk to me.
How about you scientifically prove that it does exist?
Yeah, there isn't proof to show that they don't exist, and there isn't proof that to show that they do exist. I mean, aside from like shows like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and shit like that, it's not definitive proof, but they do have some creepy shit, and I've seen some creepy shit that I can't explain. But I don't necessarily say they don't exist. I don't necessarily say 100% that they do exist. I just have a open fucking mind.
I mean, don't you think your own mind created the illusion that there's a ghost or something?
Oh, that's a good possibility. Yeah, absolutely. But
you don't want to believe your own brain?
Would you believe his own brain?
No.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, the reason I bring up this stuff is because it's Wantober. So as I put the show notes together for this week, I found a couple of news stories about the paranormal from this website that I don't know if you guys ever heard of before, but it was called NDTV. I've never seen any reputable news come from them, but there was a Twitter post, and I think I sent you guys the video. Did you guys have a chance to look at it?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I didn't really.
Well, it's not very long. It's like 33 seconds. It's like, but it is. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. It's like this little thing in somebody's garage. It looks like just kind of like sneaking around. Like,
yeah, it looks like an alien thing or something.
Yeah, it looks like a big walking stick or like I don't know, like a gnome or some shit like that. Juan, did you get a chance to watch this thing?
Yeah.
Really? 33 seconds, man.
You don't have that kind of time.
He's a busy guy. Well, I mean, it's on Twitter. It has 1.6 million views, and it was taken from South Venice, Florida, and it happened this year. It was in July of 2022. So, I mean, I know that in this day and age of modern technology, you can fake all kinds of videos, but this thing looks, I mean, I don't know. It looks a little real, a little weird, like it's some kind of large insect or something. I don't know. What do you think, Jay?
Where was it taken? Where was the video taken?
Oh no, that's where it was uploaded from the Twitter account. But Moorhead, Kentucky.
No, I mean what are we what is the location that we're looking at?
Oh, this is someone's security cam footage in Moorhead, Kentucky.
In their garage or something?
Yeah, in their like garage or something, like on their street. It looks like there's a car that it's walking over to, and you can hear like you hear the person who's like looking at the video saying, "Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is." It's kind of crazy to look at.
Yeah, but a lot of these videos are surfacing, and not just with that, but on Ring doorbells. Like I've seen some shit that's creeped me out, where you like start hearing growlings and like Gollum type voices whispering on the Ring doorbell, and then I've seen like creepy little creatures on Ring doorbells, and that's why I kind of start like not watching all these fucking videos, because I have a Nest doorbell and I don't need to be seeing shit like that.
Well, I mean
isn't it possible for someone to hack into that and then like upload weird recordings or some shit?
Oh yeah, more than that.
So like
anything
is
possible. Anything's possible.
And I will link this video in the show notes for those of you who are interested to see it, because it's like a 33-second clip on Twitter. But this thing, it matches the graininess of the video. You can't really make out what it is. Honestly, it looks like a praying mantis that's like just really close to the camera or some shit like that. Like it just looks.
Yeah, like some weird grasshoppers.
Yeah, it just looks weird. Maybe it's a chupacabra. You think it's a chupacabra one?
Chupacabra's dead, man.
What exactly is a chupacabra?
The goat sucker, motherfucker. Goat sucker.
What? What? You're a goat sucker?
It was a vampire type of creature, unidentified in Mexico, and may have crossed in the U.S. at some point, that preyed on goats and then eventually graduated to human beings.
Now this thing is, it happened this year. Now, do you think that someone would go through the trouble of making this video to like get people to talk about whatever's going on in Moorhead, Kentucky? Like, you think there's like a whole sub society of people trying to get attention over there for something else?
Yes.
For what? Like what would they be getting attention for though? Like
I don't know. I don't think there's much to do in Moorhead, Kentucky, so they got to do something, Yeah.
You think this is just like, hey man, this will get us on the map, but those guys from LA will really be talking about us and they'll hire us for their FX department?
You never know, because a lot of people upload a lot of FX test shots and stuff, and then they get hired to like at big movie studios to do their special effects.
That's how Ryan Reynolds got Deadpool made. He leaked the test footage.
Yeah, the internet is a very powerful tool when it's used for.
Well, I hope that these people get their opportunity to make their horror film if this is a FX shot, or I hope the grasshopper people take kindly on us for not believing in them. I don't know.
We haven't seen a new Paranormal Activity movie in a while, so
didn't one come out last year?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't remember. And that's the problem.
I could have sworn one came out.
What are they on right now? Like 12?
I think the last one was the Phantom Zone. Fuck, I don't know. I need to Google it.
The lost children. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that thing is, man. And I think they called it a gnome in the article, but it is something else altogether. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at the other story. This one is from October 2015 though. So it is almost 10 years old. Almost 10 years old. And this is where there was a floating city in China. And it appeared through the clouds. It looks like, what you would imagine. It looks like what you would imagine like a VFX shot would look like of a city floating above a city. The article makes it look like it's a city that's kind of in shadows. So there's some people who believe that it is a VFX shot of a parallel, or it's a shot or a view into a parallel dimension. Just appeared over the city, or the city of I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Areas of Foshan and Jiangxi, China. Notice this mysterious floating city above the clouds for a couple minutes before completely disappearing out of sight. in a clear escape. Now, do you guys think that they saw a parallel dimension? Do you even think that's possible?
Oh yeah, I do believe in parallel dimensions, man. Yeah.
You think they would just be able to see that, kind of poking around in the
It was a rift in the space-time continuum that wasn't meant to be, and that allowed us a glimpse into a parallel dimension or some other time in the future.
I don't think your science is correct. I think it's more of like a wormhole opened, and then I think that's where the other dimension would be peeking through, like a wormhole.
That is, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, again, unless I saw it with my own eyes, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Why not?
Well, because for a couple of reasons. A, in the great state of Los Angeles, not the great state of Los Angeles, the great county of Los Angeles, I have never once seen in the mini clouds at a city kind of poke. Like, why would it just happen above China? Why?
Okay, well, have you seen Halley's Comet?
Never.
Well, maybe that's something that happens every like 16 years.
Is it? Is it 16 years?
I don't know. It happened. Halley's Comet comes like every like couple of years. I don't know the exact number of years, but it's a long time in between Halley's Comet sighting.
But I mean, I just don't. It's every 75 years. But I guess my thing is that this is so fantastical, and maybe it's because they called it, a parallel dimension. I just don't buy that. But I think what it is for me is that, like, I believe they could have saw the reflection of their own city, like, through some phenomenon of like how light is refracted, or I don't know. I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson here, but
no, you.
But
the thing,
thanks, man. But I don't buy it. I don't like, why would something like that happen? Like, why would they code the Matrix, this simulation? And this is when I thought this, I thought someone like poorly coded the simulation here. It's like, why would they code the simulation to have this happen? Like, what was going on in the news cycle, or what was going on here that they need to be like, yeah, we should probably make something up for these humans to talk about, but only in like China.
Well, I mean, maybe that's just where, it just happened to appear, like it's one of those like, eighth wonders of the world?
Yeah. Oh man. See, well, is it? in the article, they really are selling this angle of like, parallel universe, and NASA conspiracy theory claims that NASA is attempting to implement a new age religion, and like where they just kind of have people worship the skies. So I mean,
I'm on board.
You're getting on the spaceship? Is that what's happening? Oh man! I mean,
give me that Kool-Aid.
Okay, give me. All right. Well, shit. Jay's on board. Juan, how about you?
I don't want to worship the skies. I don't know.
Well, no. I don't know. I don't know if NASA has a new religion happening, but if they do, hey, I'm good either way, man. I'm good either way. I just I'll see if I can find some more like creepy stuff. This was more like just kind of ominous. I mean, I just find it crazy to believe, man. It's hard for me to believe. But
it seems more scientific than like paranormal,
It does. It seems like I feel like there's clearly something going on here that is scientifically explainable, and that's how I feel about most of these things that happen like that, because I just feel like,
Sean, it's odd that you're not on board with this, because it's really based in science. And you're all about that science shit.
Yeah, I guess the problem is I don't understand the science. It seems like magic to me, and therefore, fuck it. Fuck it. And when it seems more like science to me, then I will be on board.
That's how our ancestors worshiped the sun god, because we didn't understand it. You should worship it because you don't understand it.
That's the opposite of what you should do. But anyway.
Where's your faith in science?
My faith is in the proof. Did you guys watch the video by chance?
No, but I did see the image.
Yeah. The video is, it's like another 30-second clip, and it appears and then disappears. And the fact that they caught it on video perfectly.
I had seen it before.
Of course you have. But moving on. So the thing I really wanted to get you guys to talk about. So the title of the episode is Creepy Places I Could Never Go to Sleep. And I found this article of 13 of the most haunted places in Los Angeles. And some of these places I've been to, or I've been within walking distance or spitting distance of. Do you guys have a chance to go through the list?
No, let me go through it.
Of course. When I asked that question, Juan, it was rhetorical for you, and it was it was a question for Jay.
I didn't go through the list. I'm
So
sorry.
fuck you, Sean.
Yes, fuck me with a baseball bat. Well, I will start with I'll start with going that on this list is the Cecil Hotel. Have you guys heard of this place?
Isn't that the one that was based on American Horror Story? Based in, yeah. I had gone through that. Yeah.
Well,
dude, I had seen this list already.
Okay, great.
So, I totally seen this fucking list.
Thanks, man.
Good for you, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, but one of the places that is on here is on the Cecil Hotel. Now, I find it to be very interesting because I didn't realize like all the stuff that was going on there because it's like in downtown LA, and I want to say that the train goes by it or something like that, and I've seen it a million times, and I've never ever once thought there was anything weird going on with it. And so as I was reading about the hotel, like. There's all kinds of weird shit going on from there. Like people have committed suicide there. They've jumped from like the building. They have murderers who stayed there, Richard Ramirez, and most recently, which caused them to rebrand the hotel because all these things were going on. There. You guys hear about the story? This is from 2013. It's this girl. Her name is Elisa Lam. You guys hear about this?
No.
Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old girl who was staying in like this hostel style room in the Cecil Hotel back in 2013. And there's this weird fucking video of her on the elevator acting completely fucking nuts. Have you guys seen the video?
I think so.
If you've never seen this video, it is of this girl who she gets in the elevator. She starts poking around at the buttons.
Yeah.
It looks like she presses every single button on the elevator, and then she just waits. Now, the creepy thing I find to be most creepy is that it looks like she's talking to somebody, but the elevator is not acting like a normal elevator, right? Like you press all the buttons and the door just stays open. I don't know what the mechanics of this elevator are. It looks like she's hiding from someone at some point, and then it looks like she's going outside and talking to someone. And then like a few hours later, she's found dead in the water cooler of the tower. So like of the hotel.
Wait, what do you mean by the water cooler?
The water chiller, like not when he says water cooler, you make it sound like
they stuffed her into a sparklets.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Okay. You say they, like someone did it, but the autopsies doesn't show any force wounds on her.
So let's clarify. Was this a 5-gallon water cooler or
no? This is the water,
the chiller, right?
Like no, the water tower that is on top of the hotel that like feeds the system. She was in there naked, and her clothes were thrown in there as well. Now there's a couple of other things, right? It's so there was no wounds or no signs of force on her body. B, in order to get to the roof, she had to go through a locked door, and B, she had to find a way to open the lid to the water tower to get inside. Right? So like this girl looks like she's probably like 125 pounds, 150 pounds, maybe. She doesn't like she's like lifting a 20-pound lid of anything, stripping down butt fucking naked and jumping in the water cooler, then having trouble getting out. Like it doesn't look like that. And
you know what it sounds like? What you just described? You know, one of those puzzles where it's like there's a stool and then there's a book and a window, and then you're like, how do you get out of this room? Like,
yeah, it's just nuts. It's nuts to think because you get this bizarre footage, and the news story, they kind of like they sell it as like, well, she was a little bipolar and on medication and doing this stuff, but like she lived whatever portion of her life on that medication without fucking putting herself in a water tower and dying. So some of the leading theories are: one, someone killed her, somebody killed her, but they had a trial, they had a whole inquiry. And based on their findings, they deemed it an accidental death. They didn't find it murder. Thing number two is that there's something going on in the Cecil Hotel. Some sort of entity, something helped her do that. to get there, because again, there's no signs of force, and she had to strip down, put her clothes in, and then jumped into this thing, or taken them with her. But she was naked when they were found. In fact, the only way that they knew that she was up there because people were drinking the water, saying that it tasted weird, and they were like, "Yeah,
Tastes like a dead girl.
yeah. Hey, taste this water. Does it taste like a dead bipolar girl to you?
It tastes really weird. Doesn't it taste like a dead girl?
You think someone goes, "Hey, this tastes like my meds." Is that normal? But again, is just fucking crazy. So, and then as you kind of like look into the history of the Cecil Hotel, you kind of see that, like, other things have gone on there.
Wait. Was this a news story?
It was a news story. It was a news back in 2013, and it caused them to rebrand the hotel. Now the Cecil Hotel is no longer called the Cecil Hotel. It's called the Stay on Main, and they still have like different parts of it that they give tours. Like, they kind of embrace their weird heritage a little bit. But it was a news story back in 2013. Where they found this girl's dead body in that hotel. And amazingly, that hotel has never closed. That hotel has never closed. Well, that's not true. It closed for a little bit and then it reopened again, but they were still called the Cecil Hotel.
They have to close to clean up dead bodies. So.
Yeah. And then as I looked into a little bit more, I found out that Richard Ramirez stayed there, and that name sounds familiar. It's because that's the
He's the Night Stalker.
Yeah. He's the Night Stalker.
They also showed that part of the story in American Horror Story.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that season, but
it's crazy. When I was a kid, back in the 80s, the Night Stalker was just like this. He was on the news, like Richard Ramirez, Night Stalker, and he was like, when I saw that news story as a kid, I thought he was like the boogeyman.
Well, dude. So as I'm like looking through this article of like this Elisa Lam, they mentioned Richard Ramirez. They also mentioned the Black Dahlia. Like that was the last place she stayed.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, so they also mentioned how brutal Richard Ramirez was. Like they have an interview with him. He's like, "Why'd you kill these people?" And he kind of laughs a little bit. He says, "Can't comment." Huh. And then they asked the police that find those bodies. He was like, "Yeah, these people were absolutely fucking savage. She did it for the thrill of killing. There's no other reason for him to have done that." So I don't know, man. This one for me. Well, so my question to you guys. Could you guys, if they offered you a free night there, would you stay?
Yeah.
Is the Wi-Fi free?
Yeah.
All the amenities are free, including the water and the Wi-Fi.
Now, are we doing a whole night, or the whole night until we checking out? We get to leave.
What?
Well,
let's face it, because people are notorious for staying in haunted places and then saying, "Oh, this is too much," and get the fuck out. I mean, even Jim Carrey did that in the Stanley Hotel, man.
I mean, if you leave, I think you have to pay for the night.
Yeah, I'll fuck that. I don't give a shit.
So, I mean, do you have a price on how much it would cost for you to stay there the whole night?
Like, get paid, not just So they're not just paying for the room. They're gonna give me money. Is this like one of those Facebook memes? You can have $5 million, but you have to stay here with no Wi-Fi or cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Then
same deal.
Just me by myself, or do I get to have somebody with me?
You can take whoever you want with you.
Oh yeah,
I guess
$5 million.
$5 million
and another person. You drag somebody else into your nightmare, and you want $5 million.
Yeah.
What does the other person get?
Half of the $5 million.
So you get $2.5 million.
So you would do it for $2.5 million, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, based on the way this elevator was behaving, I don't think I stay there.
The elevator wasn't closing. Probably a faulty sensor. Fuck you.
I would just take the stairs, dude.
Oh man,
but the stairs are full of lava, and
that's where the ghosts live. The ghosts live in staircases. They didn't have modern technology, right? So that's why they're ghosts.
Ghosts are dumb, dude.
What if ghosts are just sticking around to see how shit pans out? They're just like, hey, you want to go to heaven? Like, nah, man, I'm gonna stick around here for a little bit and see how this planet rolls.
There was a black curse in this hotel. I want to see how many more suckers join us.
Yeah.
Well, then ghosts are dumb.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I think a little bit too. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, I found the Cecil Hotel, the Stay on Main, just to be very interesting. More so because like normally when you hear about like those crazy like stories like that, you think they're happening in the 80s and 90s and even the 70s, right? Like the Black Dahlia, was that like the 60s, 50s? I don't know. But this happened in 2013. Like I knew what I was doing in 2013. You know what I mean? Like I was standing at greeter probably, but you know what I mean? Like this happened in my lifetime in a way that I feel like it could have happened to anybody. It could have happened to me. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I mean, it falls into that like urban legend type of stuff where, you know, it could be real. It could not be real, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But the thing is, the video for me is what sells it. Because when you watch that video, and again, I'll link this in the show notes. So if you are interested in seeing it, you can see this Elisa Lam video if you've never seen it before. But the video, like for me, because it looks suspicious. Like you're like, what the fuck is she doing? I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
Now, from that list, how many of those places have you gone to?
I've been to a few of them. I think, I've been by the Cecil Hotel. I've been to Griffith Park. But the one I wanted to talk about before we move on to places that we've been to is that as I go through the list, there's another one that I found very interesting that I didn't know was on here.
Suicide Bridge?
No, the Comedy Store.
Oh, yeah.
The Comedy Store.
Yeah, dude. It's even been on like Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters, one of those shows. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I find it so interesting is because as I think we both know, and we don't really promote it a lot on the show, but Jay is a comedian. Jay's a comedian. Now, AJ, have you performed at the Comedy Store?
Yes.
And have you seen any fucking ghosts at the Comedy Store?
No, but I have seen, I've seen a glass table where I think there was remnants of old cocaine.
Did it belong to the ghost?
I want to say it was maybe like somebody from like the 70s or one of the old comics, like maybe Richard Pryor did a line there or Robin Williams.
I see. Shit. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. And as I read the article, it mentions that it had close ties with the mob, and they had peepholes there, and the mobsters were allowed to see people going in and comings and goings through it. Now, I don't really understand how it's haunted, other than like they had close ties with the mobs. But like, did they say like a lot of people got killed there? Like, what's the deal?
I don't know. I think there was a story about one like a comedian that died. I think he might have killed himself at.
Oh,
I don't know the exact story. I know that there was a comic that had died at the Comedy Store. That's why it may be like haunted or creepy.
Well, there's a man. Well, they also say here that because it had close ties with the mob, that they would use the basement of that place to take care of people. You know, they would shoot them, kill them in the basement.
Is that what you meant by taking care of people?
Yeah.
I am glad that you clarified there, Sean.
Thanks, man. You're welcome. I do what I can to make sure we all know what's happening here. But you know, they say that. So, have you ever been to the basement of the Comedy Store?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I've only done the 3 rooms at the Comedy Store. I've never been to the basement.
How many rooms is the basement accessible to the public, or?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think the public has ever been able to go into a business's basement.
No. There's certain haunted bars and shit like that because they're haunted, they've opened up the basement to them.
Yeah, but this is a Comedy Store.
I don't know if the basement's a fucking another room, dude.
No, there's only 3 rooms at the Comedy Store. There's a belly room, there's the original room, and then there's the main stage.
That doesn't mean shit to me. For what I know, the belly room can be in the basement.
The belly room is upstairs.
Oh, okay. Boy, is my face red.
It is.
I just explained the rooms to you.
Yeah, he's telling you that they're not in the basement, which sounds like they don't let people in because maybe you can still hear the screams of people being taken care of down there. Yeah. Well, shit, man. Would Jay? I mean, would you sleep in the basement of the Comedy Store?
Yeah, if they gave me
Don't let people in.
If they gave me stage time.
Just stage time is like, hey man, I'll sleep here.
Just give me 15 minutes on stage.
Yeah, I'll do it. All
right. I don't know. This one seems a little far fetched to me. So I think I could sleep there. The Stanley Hotel, not the Stanley Hotel, the Cecil Hotel that I'm still not sold on. Go ahead, Wansai.
No, I have a question for you, Sean.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather stay in an abandoned hospital or a cemetery?
Loma Linda Hospital.
Or a cemetery overnight?
The thing is, both of them are open to transients, but I think I would do a lot better in a cemetery.
Why is that?
Because I feel like inside of a building, like an abandoned hospital, I feel like because there's so many doors and so many like things that could move or settle over the course of the night, that it would freak me out more than if I was just listening to trees and shit rustle, like because I feel like it'd be outside.
Oh, dude, the cemetery would be the most haunted cemetery in Guadalajara, Jalisco, over in Mexico. I went for a tour on that one. Creepy shit, and it's not like the American cemeteries where it's just headstones. Imagine like New Orleans type of old style cemetery. It's like true tombstones and fucking little monuments. You would have to stay in the night in that one or in the New Orleans type of cemetery. I still think I would do better. It's outdoors. I feel like because again. No, not even easier to run, man. It's just like I feel like I got a better grasp on like the outdoors than I do on the inside. Like, I hear shit slam or settle or creak. That will freak me out. But like, unless you're telling me that like zombies suddenly exist, I think I'll be good. How about you, Jay?
I don't know. I am freaked out by both. Like,
yeah, they're both freaky. But the abandoned hospital, there's too many things that could move on their own in my mind. Like my imagination gets too carried away.
You know what? I think I'd probably go with the cemetery because the abandoned hospital is just open to squatters and all sorts of different people that I'd be afraid of anyway. But then
also true.
The cemetery, they have gates.
Yeah, they have gates and people can get over them, but and even then, but I'm outside. I feel like, anyway. How about you, Juan? What would
I don't know. I'm until a very old age, I was creeped out by cemeteries. I don't like them. I would have to say.
Who really likes them?
Oh, dude, I kid you not. I'm getting chicken. Goosebumps. Oh,
getting chicken skin now.
Dude.
Yum.
Fuck that.
I do love the skin of chicken. It's delicious, especially deep fried.
Fuck. I would have to say, depending on the hospital, if it's like the Loma Linda Hospital, the one of the most haunted ones in LA, I would say fuck no. Cemetery, because it's easier for me to run. But if it's like Pasadena used to have an abandoned insane asylum that I always wanted to go to when I was younger, never got the chance. So I would say hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you stay in the chapel at this abandoned hospital or in just the lobby area?
Are you saying the chapel because essentially it's sacred ground and I'm protected?
It's a sanctuary.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had chapels inside the hospital.
It depends how old the hospital. They may not be called chapels anymore. They may call prayer rooms or religious rooms. But maybe in the chapel because I would be protected as the demon dogs are roaming the hallways to. I'm getting goosebumps. Fuck that shit.
Chicken skin. It's getting that chicken skin all over. Yeah. The last place I wanted to talk to you guys about was Griffith Park. You guys have been to Griffith Park,
yeah, dude.
Right?
I even been to the abandoned zoo where the pictures are shown, and I've gone there with a ghost radar.
And did you find anything?
And again, I don't know if it's just a stupid app or not. But I had the ghost radar, and the way the ghost radar works is it shows you where entities may be around you, and it also has a spirit box type of thing where you could ask random questions and random things like pop up. And I went there with my nephews when they were younger, and I don't know why, but aside from circuses, I've had this strange fascination with the abandoned zoo in Griffith Park that it took me a while to finally find it, even though there's signs that says Old LA Zoo picnic area, but I didn't think it was that easy because who would make it into a picnic area? So we went hiking up and I had the ghost radar and we asked questions like what used to be here and the spirit box would or the app said lions, and then it said roar, and one of my nephews, who's a big skeptic, would say, do they know that this is stupid, or say derogatory shit about ghost? And then the spirit box would say respect, and I'm like, okay, I'm turning this one off. But we also went there like at sundown, as the coke fiends and drug addicts were probably going up into the thing. So I got more freaked out by that.
So would you have slept there?
No.
Overnight?
No. Not because I'm afraid of the ghost, but because I'm afraid of the vagrant population and questionable, because all those caves are like tatted up with graffiti and shit. And as you walk even higher up to some of the abandoned facilities, you can tell that people have done weird shit up there. And I think my older brother, when he was growing up, he would say that people would like graffiti on pentagrams. Probably they didn't do shit just to scare people. But yeah, the old LA Zoo is pretty creepy. But if you read the article, it's not just the old LA Zoo, but they say Griffith Park as a whole is haunted. That people see the lady in white, which is either related to Don Feliz, and they've seen her at the actual zoo. In fact, I remember when I was a member of the LA Zoo, I got their October issue, and they had the story of where they interviewed one of the LA Zoo security guards, where he claims that to have seen the lady in white roaming at night.
Yeah, the article mentions the lady in white, and I don't know if have you ever heard this before, Jay? That the guy, his name is Don Antonio Feliz. He died suddenly of smallpox in like in the early 1800s, but he cheated his niece Donna out of the will, so she put a nasty curse on the land. You ever hear this story before? Yeah, but before reading this article, I would have never guessed anything like this has this scandalous has ever happened. But since then, there's been a bunch of untimely deaths and stuff like that to people who have held the land, including the last owner of it, which is Jay Griffith, which is a hell of a name, by the way. That's the guy who Griffith Park is named after. He donated like 3,000 acres of land to the city before going to prison for maiming his wife.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he was like, hey, take all this land because where I hit my bodies. I don't know. But even in this day, like even in recent time, like Griffith Park hasn't really been all that safe of a place. I remember like people's bodies were popping up all over that park for a very long time. So I don't know if that's to do with the curse or the fact that like people are just dying in LA.
I mean, it's a nice woodland area where you can just hide bodies, I guess.
It's true. I mean, shit. It's a lot of space. And it's ironically enough, it is next to the new zoo, the new LA Zoo. So, maybe they're just trying to continue the thing. There's a bunch of other places on here. Do you guys see any other places you would sleep or not sleep for $2.5 million? If
all right, Sean, an abandoned hospital or an abandoned prison? Like
Alcatraz? Yeah. Fuck, man, that one's hard because they're both inside. Like I think I have an issue with being inside places. You're getting down to the core of me, Jay. I don't like being trapped inside places. I honestly think I would prefer to sleep at an abandoned prison only because I feel like there would be less moving things. Again, in a hospital. In a hospital, there's rafters and there's ceiling tiles and there's like squatters and there's like stuff that could move, that could like settle and creak and make noises that I think my mind would make more out of. But if I think about a prison, I mean, I guess if I would probably go through that prison and shut every fucking door, every prison door, because I wouldn't want them to move. And outside of that, I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, I'd probably do the prison too. Because no one's trying to go into a prison. Like all the crazy people want to get and leave as far away from a prison as possible. But hospitals,
it's true.
Most people find it, even if it's an abandoned hospital, they find it as like some sort of sanctuary.
Yeah, that's also true. I find it to be, I don't know, man. I feel like, I don't know. I think you got me moving inside things. I don't know. Juan, what about you, man? Abandoned prison, abandoned hospital.
I would like to stay at Alcatraz.
Well, I didn't know we were picking our prison, but sure, you can stay there. Would you stay there? You would stay there overnight?
Yeah, I would.
Have you been to Alcatraz?
No, but that's another place I find fascinating. I would stay at. I would want to stay at Alcatraz. I don't know. I think staying in any abandoned place is kind of creepy. I don't think much sleeping would be going on, but Alcatraz, at least I could say I can stay in Al Capone's old cell.
I went to Alcatraz recently, and there's a creepy underground theater that connects.
Shut up.
Yeah. That you only got to go to if you're on good behavior. But Jay, I kid you not, where like you have to go like through like this brick tunnel, and it gets pitch black fucking dark, and then you get into this room that's a projector room, and it is a very that whole place is just creepy. It's like it is very, very creepy. One, I don't think you would make it. If I'm being honest.
I've seen like those Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures. It gets pretty fucking dark with lights out and the staircases and everything. It's definitely creepy.
Definitely.
And again, I wouldn't. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't do any of these places by myself. I would take you fuckers or my wife along with me.
So weak, man.
So, but here's the thing. I've always found like this strange fascination. Like I don't want any fucking attachment getting sucked onto me and bringing it home. I would, even though I say I'm an atheist, I still believe in these fucking entities and shit like that. So I would probably do like some sort of spiritual cleanse afterwards, just for peace of mind, even though it may not be real or what so, but my mind would think it's real. But I've always wanted to stay like at the Queen Mary or at the Stanley Hotel. In fact, before LA started reopening up for COVID, my wife and I had planned a road trip that we had to cancel because LA reopened. And one of the stops was to stay at the Stanley Hotel. And I even sent out emails to the Stanley to see if room 217 was available to stay at. And yes, it is. But it's based on availability, first come, first serve. And unfortunately, it wasn't available by the time I wanted to go. But I would want to stay in that room. Again, not by myself. Queen Mary, same thing. I would want to stay in one of the quote unquote haunted hotel rooms on the ship. Unfortunately, it's not open right now to the public, but maybe when the city of Long Beach gets it up and running again, I'll be able to fulfill that dream. And I would probably sleep with the lights on.
Wow. With the lights on? Night light?
Yeah, no, listen, dude, I've known people that have stayed at the Queen Mary and they didn't stay the entire night. They didn't experience anything. They just said that they kept on getting this creepy feeling.
Well, I mean,
Jay,
that kind of stuff is just, their mind playing tricks on them.
It could be. It could be.
Or it could be what?
It could be a real ghost thing. But the thing is, again, you wouldn't know until you experience it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think most of it is, when I think about it, I know most of it is just my imagination getting carried away. Like I think about
That's what you think.
Again, I would like you to scientifically prove that it's real, that it's a thing. Can you do that?
No, but can you
All right,
scientifically prove that it is not a real thing?
The fact that there is zero evidence that you can present scientifically means that I can scientifically prove that it doesn't exist.
How the fuck are you an atheist?
Here's the thing. I was baptized Catholic. It's really hard to get rid of some of those beliefs. So I'm an atheist believing stepping away from those beliefs. But just because I'm an atheist, that means that I don't believe in a God. But it doesn't mean that I don't believe in
No, I thought
in life after death.
I thought atheism, they don't believe in a God or a higher power. It's just
Yeah, they don't. But
you're an atheist who still believes in God.
No. I'm an atheist that believes in ghosts.
Ghost.
What?
And not and here's the thing, I'm not walking around and going Mojo Jojo, oh, there's a ghost, but the fact is
Mojo Jojo. There's a ghost.
The fact is I truly don't.
Oh, there's a ghost.
don't know if there is spirit attachments or spirits left behind. I really don't know. Again, I've seen or heard creepy things. I've seen stupid videos that don't necessarily prove that there's spirits, but it doesn't disprove that there isn't. I still believe that once I die, and that's it. But if there is a way to be a ghost, then best believe if I die before you fuckers, I will be coming back and haunting you fuckers. But there's probably no ghost, because even Houdini himself hasn't materialized in one of his seances.
Fuck Houdini.
You said you said Houdini. Your whole thesis here is based on Houdini not appearing in one of his seances.
No. Here's the thing. He was a well-known denouncer of spiritualism. He went, and here's the thing. I don't necessarily believe in the people like John Edwards. There's a branch of magic, that mentalism, that teaches you the skills that these people do. And I can respect mentalists that when they actually say, hey, this is a fucking trick. I really can't read minds. I can't speak to the dead. But you have douches like fucking John Edwards or mediums go out there. I'm getting a sense of somebody with a JK. No, Sean, did you know anybody with a J? Oh, your friend Juan? Did he die holding a fucking burger? And yeah, he did. Well, like there's ways to fucking do it. Same thing with fucking palm readers. The way they do cold readings. Yeah, so he denounced that type of shit. And Houdini did say at one point, if there's a way for me to come back after death, I will find a way. And he came out with this fucking code with his wife Bess that would essentially prove that he was able to come back and communicate after death, which he wasn't able. So there you go.
Yeah, because he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe they got their wires crossed.
What?
You mentioned this mentalism. You remind me of this movie called Nightmare Alley with Bradley Cooper. You ever seen it?
No.
Have you seen it, Jay? It's about a guy who's a grifter, and he like hustles this guy out of his own gimmick. His gimmick is to read people's minds, and so he gives him a book that he uses to like have tells. So like, someone will read the room, like go around and kind of collect ancillary information about people. And then he will like use keywords like, I'm sensing. And if he says sensing, then that means that he needs to know the name of the person to his left. And he says, I'm sensing something in the realm of blue, green, and the whole day. And that person, they have like tells they use. And that's what it sounds like you're talking about, Juan.
Yeah, that's how it is. In fact, the one time I had my palm read because it was free, and this was when I was working at a theme park, and I
did you have your palm read with your skin flute? I'm sorry, Juan. Go ahead. I couldn't help it. You had your palm read.
So I had my palm read, and at the moment I was like, oh yeah. And after I analyzed it, it was like very broad statements that once they saw that I latched on to it, they kind of elaborated more, but it was broad statements. And then and I've never really been into mentalism tricks or the mentalism branch of magic, so I've kind of ignored it. And as I've gotten older, I've read a little bit more about it, and I look back to when I got my palm read, I go, motherfuckers, I fell for every single trick in the book. Or kind of when I did like a stress test for the Church of Scientology, which is which was completely bogus. They asked about a relationship question, and the people were moving knobs, and the guy is like, "Oh, you're having problems with the relationship, the wife or girlfriend." And I'm like, "Neither. I don't have neither." And then the guy goes, "Yeah, I could see how that's stressful not having a partner," and like completely like flipped it around. But like the questions that normally cause stressors in your life were the questions they were asking on that stress test. And it was completely bogus. Like, and they had a way to like divert the answer whether you had a relationship or you didn't have a relationship.
I'm sorry, Juan, that the Church of Scientology didn't convince you to join.
Yeah, you could have.
No, but those fuckers hunted me down for a good year until I moved.
Well, you just told them. You should have told them you don't have any money.
Yeah.
No, they don't even care about the money, because the fact of the matter is, if you don't have enough money, they'll recruit you for their church, and then they'll have you be on the streets of Hollywood trying to recruit people to come in for a stress test or a Dianetic book.
Juan, I'm sorry that they they couldn't get you.
They sure missed out.
Yeah, it's true. They had a sucker on their hands. They didn't even know. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was creepy things that were caught on film. Now, this video I sent you guys, and I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it at all, but the video I sent you guys is stuff that, like, you know, they put in movies that are very creepy. But I was looking for stuff like I was looking for like just weird paranormal stuff. Like, there's a video that I saw, and I should have linked it here, of a guy who's carrying a red briefcase that then, as he passes a car, it turns green, and then he's showing the briefcase to people, and then that briefcase turns red again. Have you guys seen that? It's a crazy video to watch. It's like it's this a dude, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing or what he was doing, but he holds it up in front of everyone, and it literally shifts color like as we're watching it. And in that same video, there's a one about like the Pope who literally just disappears. Like, it's like they cut his video feed for whatever hologram they were using moments after he turns around from giving an address. So like, for stuff like that, have you guys seen anything like that, or you guys remember anything that's prominent that stands out
in like movies and shit,
and just in life? I mean, movies and life, whatever.
You ever seen the movie 3 Men and a Baby?
I've never seen it, but I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, there's
the little boy scene.
Yeah, there's a scene where they are following one of the characters, and it pans through a room. And,
Tom Selleck.
I don't remember, but they pan past a room, and there's a shot where there's like a silhouette of a boy.
Little boy.
Yeah, of a little boy, just kind of like.
Juan, will you let him tell the fucking story?
No, I'm just like eager, but a couple of things that Jay's leaving out is the whole story is allegedly the 3 Men and the Baby scene was shot in a real house where a little boy had died. And they see, and I'm getting goosebumps. They see the ghost in the one scene where
chicken flesh,
where Tom Selleck is talking to his mother with the baby, and it's the only scene that it's a mother and son together talking about the baby. And as they pan out, you see allegedly the ghost boy in the fucking window.
Yeah,
but it's been disproven
like,
already. It's been because Tom Selleck's like, we never shot in a house, we shot in a soundstage, and even before he disproved it, in many years after the whole thing, there's in the movie because Tom Selleck, and correct me if I'm wrong, plays an actor in that movie, and there's
Ted Danson.
Is it Ted Danson?
Yeah, Ted Danson was the actor. Tom Selleck was the architect, and Steve Guttenberg was the cartoonist.
So was it Ted Danson with the mother?
I think Ted Danson had a cutout of himself.
Yeah,
because he was an actor promoting some players, and it was in the background that they didn't take it out.
Yeah, and that's the ghost boy. But Tom Selleck, I think on Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno, disproved the whole ghost boy story.
How much do you think they paid Tom Selleck to be like, no, man, that was just a cutout of me?
You mean Ted Danson?
Yeah, Ted Danson.
Well, he said that they shot in a soundstage, so that
yeah. How much do you think they paid him to say that?
That's probably public record that you can go and say where was 3 Men and a Baby shot. But
yes.
It's also kind of like fucking Wizard of Oz. Jay probably knows this one too, where in the Wizard of Oz you see somebody hanging from one of the trees, which is allegedly a grip or a lighting guy that hung himself on set.
No, it was one of the Munchkin
people.
Yeah. One of the actors that played one of the from the Munchkin land, they apparently committed suicide on set, and that's what people think that silhouette is like this little person dangling in the background.
Yeah, which I find to be crazy. That I mean, that thing. If they knew that, and that's what's still in the movie. Like it's still there. It's still like they didn't try to digitally remove it.
Well, they say it's allegedly that, but you never really know.
And what about the movie Poltergeist? There's all this.
The Poltergeist curse, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the Poltergeist?
Not just the
curse?
Poltergeist, but even fucking Exorcist too, right?
I only know about the Poltergeist, but I don't know too much about the Exorcist.
Wait, what's the Poltergeist curse?
God, there was just so much. There were so many things happening on set that I know like I'm sure Juan knows this better than I do, but there was problems with production. The little girl that the actress, she died like 6 months after the movie released or something.
I think people died during the filming, after the filming, just because of the topic of the thing, and same thing similar like that to The Exorcist. But I'm not like 100%. I can't remember all of it, but I just know that both movies were allegedly cursed. I think the Poltergeist or maybe The Exorcist, I may be confusing them, kind of got delayed in the filming because of it, didn't it?
I think maybe it was Poltergeist, but because I know Poltergeist had so many issues. Like I think that there was something with weather, or I don't know. There's all these like strange things happening with Poltergeist that.
Yeah, Reddit is one of my favorite places on the internet, and first of all, I found the first thing I look up when I go look up Poltergeist curse. The guy goes, "Hey, is a Poltergeist curse real?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, but it's no worse than the one from Nosferatu." And he goes, the next guy goes, "Yeah, Nosferatu was filmed in 1972 or 1927, so all those people are dead." But with Poltergeist, it looks like the core of their problem was that they used real human skeletons in certain scenes.
Yeah.
And they speculate that is what did it. That's what brought it all of its issues.
But speaking of like real skeletons and curses, there's like, and you guys all know how much of a Disney fan I am, but there's like ghosts and curses and shit like that from Disney themselves. Like there's people that have posted videos of ghosts on Disney rides and shit like that, and they say like Pirates of the Caribbean was haunted because of a welder named George that died, which is already proven not true. But then they go, it's haunted because at the beginning they use real skeletons in Pirates of the Caribbean, and eventually Walt Disney got rid of them. And here's a fun fact: there's still a real skull on Pirates of the Caribbean, allegedly.
How do you know?
The internet.
Oh, the internet's been accurate so many times.
I mean, whose skull is it?
It was gifted to Walt Disney, and he placed it on the
what
ride.
a gift.
I think they gifted him because of the ride. But I think for Pirates of the Caribbean, they ended up using medical skeletons at one point because it was cheaper to get the real thing than the fake ones.
That's insane.
Allegedly. But
I mean, what kind of friends does he keep?
He was fucking Walt. Fucking Walt Disney. He had fucking Salvador Dali as one of his fucking friends.
It is said. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's said that there's an order of Freemasons that have a ritual where they drink blood out of a skull.
Yeah, I saw that movie. It was called
in a secret room.
Skull and Bones with Joshua Jackson and Paul Walker.
That's not called Skull and Bones. It's called the Skulls or something. Anyway,
you don't even know it either. So fuck you.
It's called The Faculty.
No, it is not called The Faculty. Fuck you, no. No, fuck you. I am going to look it up right now. It is not called The Faculty.
It's called Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, it's called Dawson's Creek. Paul Walker and Joshua Jackson in it, and Meg Ryan as his mom.
Jackson and
no, it's called The Skulls, man.
Yeah, The Skulls.
It's called The Skulls.
Yeah, that's what
I added and Bones. So fuck you.
Anyway, well, shit, gentlemen. I don't know about you guys, but
It's past my
think I'm a little
bedtime. Let's
creeped
go.
out.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's do it.
is it past your bedtime?
Let's do it. Minute of nonsense.
Okay. And now it's time for the gauntlet, Juan.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
It's time for the gauntlet. you ready for the gauntlet?
Who's winning right now? Jay, right?
Jay, he is by
And
a
then
landslide.
you and I are tied, right?
We're tied right now.
5
We're
and
tied.
5. And Jay is what?
No, Jay has 8 points. You have 3 points.
And
I have 3 points.
There you go.
All right. Now, we're going to spice this up a little bit because
We're doing that
Jay,
naked?
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. No, we're going to spice this up a little bit because I feel like if we don't do...
sausage.
I'm going to try and spice this up a little bit. And I feel like Jay has such an easy time with all of these that I feel like this may be a runaway victory for Jay. So in order to spice this up, what we're going to do at the end of every round, assuming there are no more tiebreakers, the person with the least amount of points will get an opportunity to choose one more song, but they have to get it in 1 second. And if they can't get it in 1 second, then they don't earn any more points. But it's a last chance opportunity for the person with the least amount of points to catch up.
Okay.
Well, Jay, good luck to you. Now, Juan and I have the least amount of points. So Jay, I'll let you flip a coin and decide which one of us gets to go first.
Sean? I don't know.
Thanks, man. All right, I get to go first. And Juan, as is tradition, you get to choose my song. So we have numbers 1 through 60, and I don't remember exactly which ones we used. Number 1. Thank you very much for your creativity. And I'm going to go for 1 second because I can always extend the length if I need to. All right, so track number 1 for 1 second. Here I go. Oh, God. I think I may need 3 seconds.
Did you really pick 1 second, you dumb fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm in last place. Fuck you. But I think I'm going to extend the length.
So
because I
we need to penalize. If you choose 1 second and then you can't do it in 1 second and extend it, you shouldn't get 3 points.
Why?
Because you were... Okay.
You're literally getting less points all in.
That's fine. Fuck you.
Yes, fuck me. All right. Oh my God. I'm gonna listen to 1 second again. I think I got it.
No.
Yes. I know what this is.
No, you cheated. You fucking cheated. You saw it.
No. I listened to it again in my head, and then I listened to it again. I know exactly what it is. I'm ready to make my guess. My guess is this is Malcolm in the Middle.
I agree.
I agree as well.
You're not the boss of me now.
Yeah. I never watched Malcolm in the Middle that religiously. But the answer is yes, Malcolm in the Middle. And now I'm tied with Jay.
Play it again. I want to hear it. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not.
That's the 3 second one. I would have wasted my points. I would have wasted my points. So, and now, Juan, you have the least amount of points. That means it's your turn.
Since we're not being penalized, I'll start with 1 second, and then I'll change it to 3 seconds when I don't get it with 1 second. So let's do 1 second, motherfucker.
Well,
let's do 1 second.
Of what? What? You got to pick a number, my friend.
Oh, let's go ahead and do 3.
You want to do track number 3 for 1 second? Ready? I have no clue what this is, but Juan, do you want to listen to it again, or do you want to extend the length? 3. Juan's giving us the 3 symbol, the American 3, so we won't know he's from another country. Are you ready for 3 seconds? Okay, ready? 1, 2. Here it is.
What the fuck, Ozzy? What the fuck, man?
I don't know it. Fuck. Firefly.
Okay. I disagree. And I also have no clue what this is. But Jay has a smirk on his face right now.
It's probably from like his childhood. It's fucking
waiting.
Munchie cheese on metal.
I disagree, but I don't know either.
It's my guess is I don't know, Punky Brewster. No, I know it's not Punky Brewster. It's California Dream.
Yeah.
From
What?
CBS. Jay, what do you think it is?
I don't know. Hang Time from the old Saturday morning.
Deep cuts. All right. Well, gentlemen, the answer is The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Yeah, hold on. It's just 5 seconds. Oh my God.
Unbreakable.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I would have done 5 seconds and heard Unbreakable, I still wouldn't have gotten it because I never.
I would have been able to guess that from 5 seconds.
Did you watch the show?
I didn't, but my wife did, and I would have recognized it from there. Well, Juan, you know what this means that you possibly get
Nothing.
nothing. I know, but okay. You weren't listening to the beginning. All right, Jay, it's on you. You're in the lead. What number are you choosing today?
12 for 1 second.
12 for how many seconds, Jay?
1 second.
1 second. Here it is.
Oh my God! Oh! Ah!
I know this one. I know this one.
Can I hear it one more time?
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm.
It's Punky Brewster.
I agree. Juan, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
You agree. Okay, Juan. So yes, you're right. The answer is Punky Brewster. Juan, Jay, you just earned yourself 5 points. Keeping your lead. Thanks to Juan. Thanks to Juan.
Can I have the points?
Juan gets an opportunity to take some points.
You have the least amount of points. So you get an opportunity to earn more points. Would you because Juan, now please, like I said at the beginning of the show, beginning of the gauntlet, that you get an opportunity now to choose another one because you have the least amount of points. So Juan, go ahead and pick a number. You have 2
13.
through 60. All right. Number 13. 1 second. Well, this is for 1 second. So here it is. You ready? Yeah. Would you like to listen again? Because you can't extend the length.
Yeah, let's. I fucking don't know, to be honest. California Dreams.
Juan, that's incorrect.
What is it?
The answer is The Wonder Years.
No, come on. Do it.
Oh, baby.
No, but I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you guys know it was the Wonder Years with that 1 second? In all honesty.
No.
Okay.
No. And I wouldn't have gotten it, but it's just, I would have gotten it at 5 and maybe even at 2, at 3, but I wouldn't have gotten it at 1.
I would have gotten it at 3.
Well, Juan, you have,
I still have the least points.
you still have the least amount of points, which means you get double the opportunity probably next week. Moving on. So that means that this leaves us with Jay at 13 points.
Just.
What?
I don't know. I don't make sense sometimes.
I'm in second place with 8 points, and Juan, you know how many points you have?
3.
Yeah, you got 3, man. And
I'm keeping track of it this time because I don't trust you.
Why don't you trust me? You're the one that cheats. Prove
it, motherfucker. Prove it.
Well, I mean, he didn't cheat this time.
Well, shit, man. That was a bit of a spicier gauntlet. Jay, I feel like these the TV shows. I think we've treaded on your domain, if I'm being honest. And the gauntlet is yours to lose. Juan, I feel
yours to lose or yours to win.
Meaning, if anyone's going to lose the gauntlet, like if we're going to take it away from anyone, it's going to be Jay. Like I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anywho, Juan, may God help your soul, because I feel like aside from I feel like you don't know any shows. Like you don't know any shows.
Okay.
Oh man. Well,
Ozzy, I would say that for next gauntlet, you do telenovelas. That way these motherfuckers can look at me as I say, suck it, bitches.
And then if you get them wrong?
Yeah, and we get them right, then what? So anyway, with that said, Juan, do you know what time it is? You know what time it is?
Lunchtime?
Of course, you would. You fucking would. You're not even a big dude anymore. But you know what, Juan? This is the part of the show where we normally give
now where it counts.
Yeah, that's what, raisins? What was that, rice? What's is that what counts?
Just to fucking get on with it, man.
Well, you keep interrupting me.
Is it time for a minute of Juan Says or what?
No. Last week we debuted new music, and that was in preparation for a new segment we are adding to the show. Now, longtime listener to the show, he's given us many ideas.
Herbert?
No, not Herbert. Peter, who he
Oh,
is,
shit.
Yeah, it's Peter. He is the reason why the gauntlet exists. He's the reason. So, let's welcome Peter to the show. Peter, are you there? Did you make it? The Zoom link working for you?
Is this where I step out behind the curtain and I wave to the fans?
I mean,
can see me, right?
you could, but it's an audio podcast.
They've told me several times that people can't see us.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's why I do the show without pants.
But just like, well, Peter, first of all, thank you for joining us. And I'm actually excited for this because we normally give Juan a minute to just kind of rant on about whatever, but none of it ever makes any fucking sense and always ends up about the circus, always. This time I'm hoping in this segment here that you and Jizz, Juan Intelligence.
Fuck you, dude.
You and Juan Intelligence can help us understand some of the things going on in the world. This segment is called Does Not Compute with Piz, Peter Intelligence, and Juan Intelligence. But I made theme music for you guys.
Oh.
And now it's time for It Does Not Compute with Juan Intelligence and Peter Intelligence. Piz and Jizz.
So the funny thing is, I'm actually given authority to mansplain things. So I get to mansplain to Juan, right? This is pretty much our segment.
I mean, please do so. What's the first thing you're going to mansplain to him?
So what I really wanted to mansplain to Juan is that, I've been listening to the show for a while, and he gets very heated. And I'm like, dude, I love the passion. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes there's a point where it's like, I'm yelling at the radio saying, Juan, but you don't understand. Like
and I've done my job correctly. Yeah. Peace out. Count this as my win.
And it's like, Juan can't hear me through the radio. And my wife's like, dude, calm down. One day you'll get your chance. My chance is here. So one of the first topics that I've told Lee was
wait. I'm going to let you finish. I promise, but Beyonce had the best album. But I have a question for Cantley. Is this just opening up the door for every freaking listener that we have to come on the air and yell at me?
I mean, including Herbert and maybe Dennis. I mean, we got like maybe 2 or 3 more people. So yeah, sure. Why not?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to yell at you.
So yeah. Continuing one of my first rants against Juan before he got his moment of Juan sense was how people just don't accept the LGBTQIA plus community, and to be even more specific, it's more of the gender fluid persons, or I'm trying to say the right term so I don't piss anybody off, but that group of people, because I myself have been deemed a conservative, and I will claim it, right? I ain't gonna lie. But what the stigma or the problem is that everyone always says, you know what, we're automatically racist, we're automatically hateful, we're automatically, on the other side of what's supposedly correct. The real issue that happens between this particular issue that I wanted to bring up is that we don't hate any of those people. There's no hate whatsoever. The only thing is, for example, we don't want your opinion shoved down our throats, right? Like, for example, during the whole entire show, Juan says that he's an atheist, right? And let's say I'm a Catholic. If I go down that road and I constantly say, you know what, if you don't acknowledge that God exists, I want to be super pissed off at you all the time. And it's kind of like, you didn't use my correct pronouns, so I'm going to shame you. I'm going to say all these things about you, and I'm going to, get you canceled. So, like, when people kind of shove that down my throat, it kind of sucks, because I don't necessarily have to share your opinion, but I do respect you. I do respect your community, but like, people don't ever see that part. Like, I have gay cousins. I have, transgender cousins. And, again, I'm going to totally claim that I am like a Christian Catholic, but at the same time, we accept them. We're progressive in that sense. But at the same time, they don't force me to, call them they, them, or use improper English. And it's like it kind of sucks, Does that make any sense?
Perfect sense. So here's the things that I have. And
I think everybody understands that I try to be respectful of everybody, no matter what their opinion is, even if it's contrary to my beliefs or my generic beliefs in my social group or what. So, and I think before we go down this path, I think you and I are a good example. We're not complete opposite spectrums of beliefs, but we respect each other. I think you and I once had a conversation that people weren't able to separate like politics and unfriended you or like took personal stuff to you. But I see past that, and I see the individuals, which brings me to the next point. You kept on referring to the conservatives as we, and it's you, because we can't generalize that all conservatives think the same way as you do. There probably is conservatives and liberals that even when people explain the pronoun that they would like to be called, they purposely go out of their way to ignore that, or I don't want to say violate it, but make sure.
Hey, Juan, you seem to be shoving your opinion down our throat, and I would like you to stop.
Last time I checked, it was called Jizz and Piz, not Jizz, Piz, and Swaller.
So something around those lines, right?
Yeah, but I think that's the whole thing I have. I don't want everybody's opinion to be shoved down everybody's throat. Like, the biggest thing that I have is the whole people deciding that the Hispanic community want to be referred to as Latinx as a consensus, and we don't. But same thing with gender. I don't think people should speak for the entire community, but we should still be respectful if they correct us and they go, I would like to be called as he, she, them, all whatever pronoun it is, or if they want to refer to themselves as bisexual, homosexual, pansexual, or whatever sexuality they want to be. I'll respect it. I'm just not going to.
What were you going to say there, Juan?
He's just not. Are you not gonna respect it? Is that what?
No.
I gotta respect it, but I'm not gonna. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna respect it. I'm just not. I don't fully understand everything, and I think I've said that in the show before. Like, I'm trying to be respectful, but I don't understand some of the stuff. Like, I think I shared an example where somebody went through the change from male to female, but still found themselves sexually attracted to women. And when I asked, they're like, that's because I was a lesbian trapped in a man's body. And I never understood it, respected it, but never understood.
Yeah, it's like that MAM video. That was pretty messed up. And again, it makes people like me, conservatives, get a bad name. Just like, I'm not going to just say all blue-haired people, but, you know, the whole stigma of all blue-haired people are liberals who hate conservatives. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, go ahead.
So let me ask, Juan, Peter, do you think that Alfalfa was correct for and Stymie? Was it Stymie for making a He-Man?
Buckwheat?
No.
Who the fuck is Alfalfa?
Alfalfa, the little rascals.
Oh
Get out! Alfalfa. Do you think that he
said alpha?
Did I?
Yes.
No, he said alfalfa.
Shut up! This isn't even your segment.
Anyway, do you think that Alfalfa was correct for making the He-Man Woman Haters Club? Do you think that Alfalfa was?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because no girls were allowed at the He-Man Woman Haters Club,
including their moms.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't fly today. I mean, we're going off topic, but that wouldn't fly today. I mean, me personally, I think it's funny where it's like, if my kid started that, I would be like, look, you can't really do that, but I see where you're going. And as long as you're not hurting any of the girls or trying to be stupid with them, like, fine, have your little boys club or whatever. But if someone starts crying, then we're going to stop this right now, because that's not cool.
So let me ask.
That, like,
I am keeping gender out of this, and I'm just starting the no homers allowed.
But don't you think it was really progressive? Don't you think Don't you think it was really progressive back in the 20s that they allowed black kids in their little
That's true.
He-Man Women Haters Club?
Yeah, it was like, you know what, we won't let women in, but you know what, we'll let that black kid in.
Yeah, well, they let 2 black kids in.
Yeah, Buckwheat and oh my God,
Stymie.
yeah, yeah.
Well, if they didn't, who would be nominated for the Emmy?
What?
Okay, well,
One that
Juan,
gets slapped.
it sounds like, well, you know what? I guess my real question is, after that, do you think that it was right for Alfalfa to sneak Darla into the He-Man Woman Haters Club so he could have his date there with her?
Dude, the pussy is strong.
Yes. See, that's the problem with 4 guys on this thing, because I'm gonna have to agree with Jay on that. The pussy is strong with that one.
It was like, hey, Darla, I'm gonna get you into this He-Man Woman Hater Club. Watch.
Dude, how many times did Alfalfa drop the dudes so he can go hang out with Darla?
Hey, man, hey, you know what? Every single time. Every single time.
See, but they didn't follow bro code either. Freaking the other guys, because if you have a chance of getting laid, you gotta help them out.
No, yeah, he was God damn it! What is his friend's name? What was his other friend's name? Jay?
Spanky.
Spanky was not guiding the cock at all. He was not. He was blocking the shit out of it.
Look, it's a good thing that Alfalfa didn't bring Darla into the all boys club, because she was just one girl against all these other dudes.
Yeah, she was not going to have a good time.
It was not safe at all.
Oh man. Well, I didn't mean to step on, the does not compute with Piz and Jizz. But Peter, thank you for joining us for this very first one. And Juan, I think you've met your match. And here's the thing. He had notes. He was prepared.
I have show notes too. I just didn't read them.
I just got to be more controversial.
Anyway, but I also made outro music for you guys. I also made outro. So
Oh, fuck off.
I did.
dude.
All right, here it is.
And that was Does Not Compute with Piz and Jizz.
Awesome.
We've been through a lot. We had Peter on. You guys did a segment on the show. You guys talked about a lot. So, I mean, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Why would you yawn into the, well, all right.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well, I'm glad you're done, Juan. I'm glad you're done.
I am done with your stupidity. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you. You're done with my stupidity. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, where would you stay for $2.5 million? Would you stay in an old hospital or in a cemetery? Or would you stay at the abandoned zoo? Or shit, do you even believe in ghosts? Tell us, we want to know. Juan, take it away.
Hey, folks, don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. That helps us get on the charts and hopefully gain more followers. Speaking of followers, you can follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I believe we are also on, God, I forgot that one. But our handle is at INCYCSHOW. And I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because Cantley's editing the show notes as we speak. Also, you can email us your suggestions at incycshow@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at the link in our show notes, which is at www.anchor.fm/INCYCSHOW. We also have merch. Again, it's been a full year or whatever time we've been on the air. And the promo code Juantover is official again. Get your one shirt that's still on for sale, or just buy some of the other cool merchandise that they have. And thank you very much, Ron Swanson.
What?
I think you mean I am Ron Burgundy?
No, you wrote Ron Swanson. You
Did I?
Motherfucker. Yes, you
I
did.
don't feel like you read that in the show notes correctly.
No, because you deleted it already. Jay, Sean, and Juan. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Oh,
Night,
Jesus
night.
Christ. Good night.
Good night. Good night.